Tuesday, the first day of May 2018, and it is now, uh, 10, almost 10 minutes to 8 p.m. in the evening, and today I've been, uh, helping my younger brother. We're cleaning out the house. Because we'll be moving. Uh, in the very near future. And I'm not sure exactly when, but we're going to be. My younger brother and I are going to be downsizing to a smaller, uh, 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom house trailer in a, and we're going to be living in a nearby town, and no longer living here in Salem, New Hampshire, and you know that uh, yesterday my brother took me by the where we're going to be living, uh, and it is pretty much on. Was it uh, near? Was it places that I could uh, need to go? Like uh, where my medical appointments are. For my medical care providers. My primary care doctor, my neurologist as a person with cerebral palsy if I need him, my urologist for my male anatomy and urinary issues. Also, my ophthalmologist, for the my eye care is also in, will be nearby, in the town where we're going to be moving to. So I'm essentially going to be making a major change, to my life as a older, 60-year-old, now senior citizen person with autism, Asperger syndrome and cerebral palsy. So uh, just a lot of changes happening. As I said today, that I've helped my brother in the morning. Then my brother went to his necessary medical appointment or appointments. And he's doing something for himself. Before he comes back home in a short time. Uh, but while he's been out, I've been for like 5 hours, 5.5 hours straight. I have been working on cleaning out the garage downstairs. Uh, Beneath my bedroom? That so that uh, I've been going through stuff throwing out a lot of things that my brother and I do not need. I still have to go along the north wall, that the by the floor, and pick up and clean up all that mess, that has to be cleaned up. So it has to be done. And then, then the major task will be taking with the finished cleaning out the den and the cellar part of the house. Just those, get whatever's left, get it out, deciding what we're gonna keep and what we're gonna throw away, which is important, because this 3-bedroom ranch house that my younger brother and I have lived in since we were children. Going back to 1966. Uh, that is almost 1,600 square, 1,500 square feet roughly, or so was it. And we're moving into a smaller 2-bedroom house trailer. As I said, in a different nearby town. That where I could still keep my social connections. That which is only, and the house trailer is only like 800 square feet. It doesn't have a big yard, with it. So with it, my brother and I, we don't need a big yard anymore, because we're not little kids anymore, that have a big place to play, need a big place to play. But it's going to be and of course I'll be able to still have plenty of visitors over from many of my friends in the Asperger's and autism disability community. My friends Daniel, well, I'll call him Daniel number 1 in Lawrence. I've invited Daniel number 2, who's another Asperger friend of mine who lives in Brighton. I've invited him to him over once we moved. Daniel number 3, is another Asperger I know, friend of mine, that he lives in Walpole, Massachusetts, and invite him over, keep the connections. And my Asperger friend Sarah in Cambridge, and Shava, another Asperger friend I know in Cambridge, Massachusetts. My Asperger friend Paul in Revere, Massachusetts. And 2 or 3 Asperger friends Asperger adult friends I know in Pelham, that I've gone to church with for many, many years. And also whether to be invited to the new place once we move. And so we got a lot of, so I said I'll still have, a social life on my own terms with other friends I know who have Asperger's syndrome, high functioning autism like myself. And of course the new place, there's also that we're moving to, that 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and one of the bathrooms is handicapped accessible, which is good for me because I also have cerebral palsy. And I need a handicapped accessible toilet and a shower, and sink. So that'll be good. And of course, everything's all on one level, with it. No basement, and of course, there's going to be a small shed. And my younger brother and I, we have been taking and whittling down what tools we really need, with the mechanics tools, and just the basics of garden and yard tools, that including at least a couple good snow shovels for winter, to clear out our front and back doors, and also little the little short driveway, that the new place has, which is a 800 square foot house trailer that is in a very good, well run, with a small, compact trailer park. We're mostly other was it elderly and a few young families, so that well, anyways, that just wanted to tell you, say about was it the some of my changes coming up, is it in the very near future. And yes, I have was it except for couple shelves there, and the set of shelves there, and my dresser top, and the high boy, the section, that just have to put all that, into a big plastic tote bin, and essentially, and of course the clothes, like what little I have for clothes, is it, and and essentially, I'm pretty much was it packed, that's taken to move. My younger brother is finishing up packing whatever he is downsizing, too. And I do note, that I say downsizing because, that this 3-bedroom ranch house with just has one bathroom, downstairs with it, well, of course, the kitchen and a living room, and a downstairs that is split into a garage, a cellar section with a furnace and the furnace, the oil tank, and the water tank, hot water tank, the main utilities, and also where the main junction box is, with it, and where the CATV comes in, that there's just too much for the two of us older men. My brother's going to be 56 next week, and I just turned 60, back in in March this year, when people get are older, they don't need to have all kinds of stuff, yes, keep some mementos and things like that, like my diplomas, other certain memento keepsakes, photographs, video, and whatever DVDs, that they've shot over the years. That's a given, And I've downsized my Nerf toy gun collection to just simply one single brown attaché case. It's probably got more than somewhere between more than a dozen or so was it Nerf pistols with the Hasbro Nerf ammunition to go with them. And of course, I got my bedding is with it folded up, with it. Don't really so much need it because it's getting warmer. And I've cleared out my desk, that's mostly empty now. So anyways, I'll just sign off, about how things have been going with it lately.